What's up, guys? Nicky Rod here with BJJ Fanatics. I'm gonna show you guys how to get the best jersey pump possible. Today's Monday. We're gonna focus on strictly biceps and focusing on getting the blood pumping in there, get a nice juicy pump. You're gonna get a sweat going. We're gonna get a crazy workout in under an hour, about 45 minutes. It should take us no longer. For this first warm up, I'm gonna do about 2 sets of 20 reps just to get the blood pumping and the shoulders nice and loose because it's gonna be a hard, tough arm day, and you want the shoulders to be acclimated. All right, so now that I'm loose, nice and pumped up, I'm gonna get into my arm workout. So I'm gonna start with standing, alternating bicep curls. I'm gonna do 4 sets of 20. Standard right here, elbows tucked in. Really focus on the squeeze. So one arm at a time, really focusing on the squeeze. Mind-muscle connection is a big deal. So really block out everything and imagine those biceps extending and contracting. And I'm telling you guys, it really makes a difference. So when you're performing these curls, you want to make sure you grab a weight that is suitable for your for your ability. So you want to knock out 10 to 15 reps that are relatively easy because it is the beginning sets of your arm day, and the last 15 to 20 reps should be pretty tough. Getting down to 18, 19 rep, it should be really tough for you to get the weight up. So here we're going to superset these standard curls with overhand dumbbell curls right here. Same thing, you're gonna focus on keeping the elbows in and focus on the muscle contracting and releasing. Really pump as much blood into the bicep as possible. So for those curls, I make sure I get my thumbs curled in, wrist a little bit bent, and when I'm flexing, I make sure at the peak of the muscle, I really give a good pause, a good flex, just to pump as much blood in there as possible. Okay. So for our third exercise, we're gonna do bent over, like alternating curls. Don't really know the name of these, but they work fantastic. Pretty much I'm gonna squat my knees a little bit, feet pretty close together, let my arms hang, and I'm start with my palms out. And as I curl in, reach the top, reach that peak, I get a nice squeeze. And then right before I release, I go palms down, extending the muscles. And now I go palm down as well, coming on the way up, and then reverse back to palms up. So it's gonna be a nice alternating motion. You're gonna hit every aspect of the bicep. Okay. These are again 4 by 20, and we're gonna superset with another variation of single arm dumbbell curls. All right. Now for our superset, we're gonna do single arm dumbbell curls. We're gonna do feet together, feet close, knees bent a little bit. Again, let the arm hang. And here, we're gonna do palm out, peak bicep, get a nice 1 second flex, release it. So go 20 reps each arm. Make sure at the peak of the muscle, get a nice squeeze, pump as much blood as possible. All right, so as you guys saw, I had to drop the weight. I picked a weight, about 30 pounds to start with, something I knew that I could get roughly 12 to 15 reps with, and then dropped it about 10 pounds to finish the rest of the 20 reps, really focusing on the pump. You really have to take your time, focus on the tempo, focus on the contraction of the muscles, not so much the pace that you're lifting or the weight that you're lifting, but keeping a good slow rhythm and keeping a good pump. So for this superset, I'm going to be doing a variation of preacher curls. I'm going to be hanging over the front of this bench, have a nice wide grip. I'm going to do 20 reps, regular wide grip, and then immediately, without any break, go overhand, same distance, same width apart, 20 reps, okay? Gotta drop the weight, a little bit too heavy. I still have about 20 more reps to go for the other part of the superset. So I'm gonna put a 10 on the side in case I have to add or take off. And again, no break, and just keep the reps flowing. So for my final superset on arm day, I'm going to do another preacher curl variation. I'm going to do close grip, underhand, 20 reps, immediately switching my grip to overhand grip, 20 reps. No break, drop the weight when needed, and just keep the pump going. And that's my arm day. 8 exercises, 4 sets of 20 reps, non-stop. It should take you 30 to 45 minutes max. And as you can see, got a sweet pump. So for this tricep workout, I'm going to be doing a standing variation of tricep extensions. I'm going to put the weight over my head, keep my arm aligned with the rest of my body, one straight line. I'm going to keep my elbow tucked into my head. And as I extend, I really focus on flexing that tricep at the peak. Let it go down nice and relaxed, and then flex again at the peak. Boom. Pumping the whole time. All right. Boom. All right, from here, I go immediately into my other tricep extensions. I'm gonna be leaning back on this bench for support, both elbows up, grab a light to moderate weight, and I'm gonna go hammer curl down, and when I'm coming up, I'm gonna do palm out. So here, hammer curl down, boom, and as I'm extending my triceps, I go palms out. For this superset, I'm going to be doing a variation of incline bench skull crushers, where I take the barbell right over my head with a nice close grip, 20 reps here, and immediately after I drop the weight, grab the dumbbells for another 20 reps of explosive pumping. Boom. Here I have a nice overhand grip, toss it right over my head. Boom. So here I have my band set up. I'm going to be doing 2 variations of tricep extensions, one over the head and one straight down to the body. Typically these are done with a cable machine, but as you can see, we got to make it work. As you can see, I had a nice firm hammer grip on this band right here, exploding all the way down and flexing at the very top of my triceps. So here I'm going to go straight into my superset, which is going to be a variation of overhead extensions. For my 4th and final superset, I'm going to be doing variation of tricep extensions on this stationary bar right into my superset of standing overhead skull crushers. Again, 4 sets of 20 reps. If I can't finish my full 20 reps, I'm going to hop off this right into the dumbbells and finish the rest of the tricep extensions with that. So for the best chest pump possible, you really have to hit all the aspects of the chest, the upper, the lower, the mid. And I think a great way to do that is dumbbell flies and dumbbell presses. So I'm going to start with a push and fly variation. I'm going to sit back, standard 20 reps, dumbbell press right to the center. And then immediately after those 20 reps, I'm going to grab a lighter weight and go dumbbell flies right to the center as well. 20 reps and 20 reps. For this exercise, I'm going to be doing another dumbbell chest press variation. I'm going to keep my fists together, elbows tucked in, and exploding up. Really focusing on flexing the chest at the top, getting that peak going, keeping that pump flowing. Now immediately going into another dumbbell fly variation with no break, right into it, chasing the pump. Here I have my standard incline barbell bench, and I'm going to superset it with dumbbell pullovers. 4 sets of 20, keep the pump going, no breaks. Here, I'm back on the incline bench press. I'm going to be doing a close grip underhand press, 20 reps, and then immediately into another variation of dumbbell flies. I'm going to be fully stretched out, nice long stretch, and focus on the contraction. That's good, thank you. Here I'm going to be doing a variation of seated shoulder raises, where I'm going to be focused on flexing the traps and the upper body. As I come to complete contraction up here, now I'm taking a full release, let the shoulders relax, and explode up and flex at the peak. Now I hop immediately into my front shoulder raises, where I'm taking my feet shoulder width apart. Nice straight up, flex at the top, boom. Here I have my bench set up just for back support, and I'm going to be doing a standard dumbbell shoulder press. Immediately after finishing my 20 reps on the shoulder press, I'm going to drop the bench down a little bit and finish with rear delt flies, bent over, really focusing on the shoulder, getting all the blood in the rear delt. Make sure my palms are facing in as I'm extending my shoulders. Here, I'm gonna be doing some front shoulder raises with a barbell. I'm gonna have an underhand grip and really focus on exploding up and really flexing that shoulder at the top. Right back down, and again, explode up and flexing at the top. Supersetting these guys with another variation of front shoulder raises. Palms are gonna be facing in, knuckles facing out, and I'm going to explode and flex all the way at the peak of the muscle, at the top right here. Relax on the way down, explode and flex at the top. This exercise right here is really focused on the top of the shoulders, causes for a great pump, great range of motion, and really builds you nice, thick, full shoulders. It's called the Arnold press. Been used for a long time, and it's well worth. Here, I go right into my shoulder raises. I'm gonna be leaning off of this, hand behind, palm facing out, knuckles facing me. Right here, boom, right at the top. Bring your shoulder in, fully relaxing your shoulder, squeezing at the top.